Hello folks, welcome to Lester's. Bruce and Crystal, getting ready to start on your LC998v1000p. Just thought I'd put a little introduction on the video before I start taking the donor radio apart. More to come. Okay, I got it broke in half. I've got the old amp board out, or the original MOSFET amp board is out. I've got the fans out. I'm getting ready to install the high-speed fans and put the new bipolar board in there. Okay, more to come. Just installed your new high-speed fans. Replaced the stock fans with these. Got the springs and everything back in there, and I will solder these to the pins on the main board. Not the main board, but the amp board, so they won't come disconnected. And you can see I got all the old heatsink compound off of the heatsink there. Got the big 4 AWG cable soldered in place. I'm getting ready to mount it inside the heatsink. Alright, I'm getting ready to put your transistor in there. Found some with a pretty high gain in it. So get them installed. Bruce, I've finished with all the mods to the amp. I don't want to show those, okay, but they're all done. The 4AWG wire has replaced the little 8-gauge wire that came with the original setup. That's all gone. The new one is set up now. Got your Toshibas in there, and that's all that I want to show of that. So, continuing on. The CB City channel guard is installed. I had to turn it upside down, and of course, it connects to that where that capacitor was in between L8 and L9. So I had to lay it on its side, and what I did, because it's got the crystals on it that could short out against something, I put down that Kapton tape. I put a layer of Kapton tape over the crystals, and also put a layer of Kapton tape on the PC board. And then on the bottom of the channel guard, I put 2 layers of Kapton tape. This will prevent it from shorting out anywhere. And I added a little bit of hot glue on both sides of the crystals, and got into the components that are not on the tape to steady it up, make sure it doesn't move around. Of course, though, that big ground wire that I've got there is going to support the front of it, but I was afraid that if it jiggled around in the vehicle, then it might break that PC run right there. So that's why I put the hot glue on the bottom on both sides of the crystals there to hold this very steady. Okay, so channel guard is in. I'm going to continue doing my mods on the inside. Got the enhancements done. Voltage regulator buffer filter has been upgraded to a 3300 microfarad. DC input buffer filter has been upgraded to a 3300 microfarad. I replaced the first RF amp with a 2SC2999. Okay, I already showed you the channel guard, and here's your original Murata 15 kilohertz wide filter. When you ordered your radio, we ordered one of these to go with it, and you got one of the last few I have. So anyway, that's where I'm at. Right now I'm getting ready to, well, 2 more things I need to do. I need to punch the holes in the back of the chassis to mount the switches. Amp control. Let's see, we got amp control, we got Now your fan's going to be automatic, so we won't need one for the fan. So it looks like just amp control and high cut filter is going to go in the back. But I think before I do that, I'm going to replace your finals. We're going to do a Z05 and two Z06s. We need to boost that power to drive that amplifier a little harder. Okay, so more to come. There's the Z05, it's the blue dot. The Z06 is the red dots. More to come. Well, I did some swapping of the finals, actually the driver and the two finals. What I started out with stock was, now this is with 1000 hertz tone injected. Okay, stock I was getting on AM 23 RMS and then 60 watts peak. On lower sideband I was getting 53 RMS and 58 watts peak. Okay, and then I put all Z05s in both the driver position and the two final positions. On AM I was getting 28 watts RMS and 80 watts peak. That's a gain of 20 watts on our peak power. So then on lower sideband I was getting 62 watts RMS and 78 watts peak. So then I tried a Z05 driver with two Z06 finals. Now I thought about putting the Z06 in the driver position, but it needs too much gain in order to work well as a driver. Okay, so on AM, on RMS, I was getting 31. You can see that's almost a 10 watt RMS gain. Actually, it's an 8 watt RMS gain on AM. But look at the peak number, 95. That's 35 watts over stock. So we're getting 95 watts peak with a Z05 driver and two Z06 finals. And then on lower sideband, I was getting 70 watts peak and 70 watts RMS and 93 watts peak. Okay? And there they are. The blue dot is the Z05 and the red dots are Z06s. Now eventually I'm going to get these things stamped with some laser etching or painted on there instead of having to use the dots to recognize them. But the quantity that I have to purchase is 10,000 in order to get the Lescom logo and everything on there, and I'm not ready to do that yet. So, but anyway, a Z05 driving two Z06s, and there's our final numbers: 31, 95 on AM, 70 and 93 on lower sideband. That's the kind of gain that we need to get that 1000 to 1400 peak number out of the amplifier. Okay, and I've already done the modifications to the amp. I started to say that I've showed you, but I'm not going to show those. Too many copycats. But anyway, we'll see what this does. It should give us the numbers that we're looking for. All right, more to come. I've got 100 watt slugs, both RMS and peak. RMS on the left, peak is on the right. Same with the meters. RMS is on the left, peak is on the right. I've got it on the ×1 scale. I am in AM. We're reading on the bottom scale on both meters. You can see I got about 31 watts there on RMS. Peak is, well, peak looks like about 98 watts. Okay, that's on AM. This is lower sideband. So we're up about 69 there and a little over 90 on that one. I'd say 90, about 93. So that's right where we want to be. A Z05 driving two Z06s. Right there. More to come. Now the switch is installed. This is going to be the amp switch. This will be the high cut filter switch. And this guy right here is the SP1A switch. I have the SP1A insulated. It's mounted underneath the Echo board with some 3M double-sided tape, the same kind of tape that they use to put lettering and insignia on automobiles. So it should never come off unless you pry it off. Getting ready to reinstall this. I gotta dress the wiring first before I put it, mount it back in its spot. More to come. Got it mounted, got the wires dressed, all dressed down along the sides there. Got the hot glue over the switches to keep them from touching the amplifier cover on the heat sink.
District 17, Rescue 17, Engine 18, call injury 1638.
And I've already showed you most everything else. I've showed you the Lescom upgrades, cap upgrades. There's your filter upgrade. That's a actual Murata filter, which I can't get anymore. But when you purchased yours, I still had these, so it got put in your box with the rest of the stuff. And there's the SP1 mounted underneath there. I need to adjust that after I fire it up. Okay, there's your Max Mod. Okay, there's the CP1 there on the bottom. And I've got to dress this cable here. More to come. Well, I had the front all put back together, and then I remembered you wanted me to swap out the LEDs to white, get rid of the blue for the meter. So there's the little blue ones. See, I got the white ones in there now. But, dad blame it. I hate I had to take it all back apart again. Now I got to put it all back together. All part of it. Got the holes enlarged for the power cables on the hold down bracket. I have to use longer screws after doing this so I can get them to pull down on the cables. I used to put that high heat RTV back here, but the cables are good and shielded. They got good thick insulation on them, so they'll be fine. There's the connector for the fan. What I do, I drill the other side of this hold down bracket that holds down the coax cable and use, push that up in the hole after I drill it out, solder the wires to it, and then fill up the cavity with hot glue, and it won't come out. But if I ever need to replace it, you take out these two screws, a little bit of alcohol in there, and all the hot glue lets go and it'll come right out. Okay. Alright, moving on. There is the wound inductor that keeps the fan noise out of the amplifier section. And that's where the fan gets its power from, is out of the amp section, right straight off the power cables. So even if you turn the radio off, if the amp is hot, the fans will continue to run until it cools down. Okay, got the front panel put back on it. I'm getting ready now to put your face on there. I got to put the washers over the switches, the dust protection washers over the switches, and put the front back together. But thankfully I remembered to put the white LEDs in there before I put the whole thing back together. And I'm getting ready to punch the hole in the heatsink cover for the auxiliary fan. More to come. Got the mounting holes drilled and got the cutout punched out. for the fan on the heat shield. There's your fans, so B gears. These little guys move quite a bit of air and don't get as much turbulence with those blade designs. Anyway, there it is. I'm getting ready to bolt it on, and I need to put the connector on it and get it where I can plug it up. I got the radio put back together, the amp and the radio I should say. Still got to put a connector on the end of that. More to come. Alright, got the heat shield mounted back on the radio. Bent the tabs in a little bit so to make sure that it's not going to come off. And there's the power wire. It goes right into that connector that I added here in the back. And it's a good tight fit, so it ain't going to come out. Okay. Goes in right there. Alright, you can see I got the switches mounted. I think I showed them to you from the inside, but they're mounted, and there's the labeling for them. Here, let me turn the camera upside down so that you can read the labeling. Alright. And now I'm getting ready to put that big SB120 connector on there. And this guy right here. Okay. Well, I should have showed you me crimping these things, but I didn't think about it till after I'd already done it. But I used this. It's a 18-volt powered hydraulic crimp. So you can see it's got some really good crimps in it. It ain't coming off. Already got the positive side done. Now I got to put some heat shrink. Got some good thick heat shrink to put on this side, and poke it in the connector, and away we go. Let me show you the high cut switch. It's the one in the middle in the back. Isn't that nice? You don't hear all that frying noise. Okay. I have a 1000 watt slug in RMS and a 1000 watt slug in peak. So we'll be reading on the bottom scale on the meter on the left, which is RMS or average power, and we'll be reading on the bottom scale on the meter on the right, which is peak envelope power. Okay. Here where you can see it, see both meters. Move it over that way a little bit. I am on lower side band. The amplifier is off. Audio, hello audio. What's that about? Audio. That first little mark there is 100 watts peak. Audio. We're about 75 RMS. Well, no, let's see. We're over 100 there too. Audio. Good forward swing. All right, I'm going to turn the amp on. Still on lower sideband. Audio, hello audio. What's that, over 800 RMS? Audio, yeah, almost 900 RMS. Let's switch to ×2 here. So now this bottom scale, the 100 equals 2000, that's 1600, 1200, 800, 400. Okay, 20 equals 400, 40 equals 800, 60 equals 1200, 80 equals 1600, 100 equals 2000. Okay. Audio. What was that? A little over 12. Audio. Yep, about 800 RMS and a little over 12. But let's go to AM now. Alright, RF power's turned all the way up, so is the mic. I'm using a stock microphone. Okay, we're dead keying, what is that, almost 800 watts. And RMS, we're dead keying about 600 watts. Audio, hello, audio, audio, audio. 1100. Okay, that's at 13.8. Now, I'm going to adjust the voltage up. Well, actually, I'm going to turn the radio off. I'm going to adjust the voltage up to 14.9. Alright, it's bouncing between 14.9 and 14.8. Okay, 14.9, 14.8 volts. Alright, still on the AM. Audio. That's about 13, almost 1400 watts there, isn't it? Audio. Yeah. Okay, let me switch to lower side. Audio. The little mark in between there is a 7. So we multiply that times 2. That's 100. That's 1400 watts. Okay. Remember, 60 is 600 on the times 1 scale. So on times 2 is 1200. In between the 60 and 80 is the 70 mark. And on the times 2 scale, the 70 mark equals 1400. Audio. And over 900 watts RMS. Okay. That fan's going to earn its keep. Hello audio, audio 1 2 1 2 audio, audio hello. And I'm going to go back in there and adjust that meter. I forgot all about that. It's beating itself against the side over there. Alright, I know you want to talk sideband, so this ought to drive your big amp. Let's see, that's let's see, what channel is that? It's going up to what, 28.5. Well, no, let's go back down to 28.4. I'm at 28.4 now. Hello audio. So we're still doing 800 RMS. And what was that, about 1200? Yeah, real close to 1200, 1100, 1200 peak on 28.4. And that's at 13.8 right there. Okay. So go back to the other band. Go to 38 on the other band. Let's see. Oh no, I lied. We were still at 14.9. Sorry about that. Turn it back down to 13.8. And we'll go back to that other band. Go back to 28 in the phone band. Hello audio, audio hello. That's at 28.7. Let's start right at the beginning of the phone band, so I'm 28.3. Hello audio, audio hello, hello audio, audio 1 2 1 2 audio. So 500 would be 1,000, and that's in between 1,000 and 1,200. So right around 1,100 watts at 28.3 on peak audio, and a little over 800, almost 900 watts RMS. Okay, that was on the upper side. Let's see, let me drop way back down. See what it does on AM down here. Audio, hello, hello, audio, audio 1, 2. That's as low as you can go right there. Now I'm coming back up to the middle. Audio, hello, hello, audio, audio 1, 2, 1, 2, audio, audio, hello. I think it's backing up some. Yeah. Audio. So I need to, well, let's see, let's turn RF power down. That's the wrong knob. Okay, I'm turning RF power down to about 400 watts. Audio, hello, hello, audio. Still wants to back up a little bit. Let me turn it down a little more. Down to 300. Audio, hello, hello, audio, audio 1, 2. And that's easily 1,000 watts on the real low channel on the band I know you like to talk on. Okay? But right here, let me switch to the lower side. Hello audio, audio, hello, hello audio. Yeah, I think that's right where you're going to want it, right there. Hello audio, audio, 1, 2, 1, 2, audio. Alright. Now, on that channel, if I bump the power back up, the voltage back up to 14.9, dial is touchy. Hello audio, audio 1, 2, 1, 2, audio. And you saw that, I'm sure. Okay. Hello audio, audio 1, 2, 1, 2, audio. That should drive that Ameritron really well. Alright, continuing on. Okay, well, I just did this segment, but I didn't have, the camera wasn't recording. I evidently turned the button, turned it off instead of started it. But we're starting at 25 megahertz and going to 30 megahertz. Oh, what the hell happened there? Oh, might help if I get in the right band. Okay. All right, starting at 25, going to 30. There's your carrier right there. Okay. Hello audio, audio 1, 2, 1, 2, audio, audio test, test audio, audio test. Audio testing, testing audio, audio 1, 2. Okay. Now we're going to look at the modulation up here. Audio test, test audio, audio 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. That's where we were. Alright. Got a few finishing touch things that I need to do. And I know I had set that main fan up on the thermostat, but I'm kind of toying with the idea of just having the fan come on and run all the time. The auxiliary fan, this one down here. Okay. I think that it needs it. I mean, the high-speed fans are running now. That's what you're hearing run. But I'm thinking that auxiliary fan, instead of having it run on the thermostat, just have it run all the time. Because it gets warm. Well, you know, I mean, it's putting out that much power, yeah, it's going to get warm. But, you know, we're doing that power because I've got the output power that we're using to drive the amp is up. About 40 watts more than normal. 40, 45, 50 watts more than what this radio by itself without any amplification does. With those Z05 and Z06 finals. So we're getting the drive into the amplifier that we need. Okay? And the modifications I made inside the amplifier is what is letting the amplifier do what it's doing. Okay, more to come. I've got the new Echo board installed, and I finally got voice through audio. Okay, that's just on the radio. I don't have the amplifier on. I got 100-watt slugs in both sides. Hello audio, audio, hello audio. You see that one's pegging out. We're just doing just the transistors in the radio, just the output there. Now I got to put the shield and everything back together. I got to put the Top Gun SP1A. Got to reinstall it because I pulled everything out trying to figure out what was wrong, and it turned out to be that guy there. So I've got to take this one and install it in this enclosure. Okay, more to come. Got the enclosure all put back together. Solder. I like to solder these edges because if you don't, when you take that bottom part off, that lip on that amplifier cover likes to catch it and pull it up. So I run a bead of solder down along that to make sure that it stays closed. It makes it a bitch to get it back apart again, but it doesn't pop open when you do that. But the new one's installed. Let me see if I can do this. Hello audio, audio, hello audio. Yep. Oh, you may not have been able to see that. Let me get the camera a little bit higher. Hang on. Okay. Audio 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. About 80 watts RMS, over 100 peak. Just off the final upgrade. Let's see, am I at 13.8? Yes, I am. Okay, so let's turn on Echo. Make sure Echo works. Echo, Echo, Echo. It might help if I turn it up a little bit. Hello. Audio Echo. I think it's working. Okay. Hello audio. Audio hello. Alright. Now I gotta check the voice changer, but I wanna fasten things down first before I do. I don't wanna drop it against anything. That would not be fun. I'll be back. Dang it, I thought I was recording. Okay. Audio. 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 Audio 1 2 1 2 audio. Audio hello, hello audio. Audio 1 2 3 3 2 1. Okay, now voice changer. I never like these things. Hello audio. Audio 1 2 audio. Audio 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1 audio 2. I guess I could have turned the RF power down, but anyway, it's working. Now I'm going to turn them all back off. And we're in AM. Hello audio. Audio 1 2 1 2 audio. Alright. Okay, I need to get the SP1A installed again. Isn't this fun? More to come. The way I install these is I actually take the microphone board out and install the input leads directly on the mic input board, and then I take the output, which are these leads here that would normally go direct to the board if you didn't have an echo board built into it, but the output of this guy comes out of this and then feeds the echo and the radio. It sounds better that way, and you get more clear audio. Right. Just wanted to show you that I did sign your cover like you requested. Well, that actually says Lester's. Okay. 7-3. Okay, more good news. Turns out now that all this thing wants to do is squeal. So I think whatever was wrong with that other echo board affected this guy somehow. So now I'm tearing it all apart again to swap this out. What a great day. More to come. Okay, got another one wired up to it. Did some testing before I made everything permanent and dressed up. Hello audio, audio 1, 2. This is without the SP1A. Hello audio, audio 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, audio test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is with the SP1. Audio 1, 2, 1, 2, audio. Audio, hello, hello, audio. Audio 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That was me switching it on and off. Now, if it squeals on you, you may need to turn the mic gain down some. Like right now, it's squealing because I'm too close to this other radio. But earlier it was squealing with no microphone hooked to it. But I've got that taken care of. If I turn the mic gain down, then that gets rid of that. Or if I turn down this one, that gets rid of that. Audio, hello, hello, audio. Audio 1, 2, 1, 2, audio. So, it is set correctly, believe it or not. Okay? Boy, I tell you what, when that thing starts squealing, this whole back end of this radio gets hotter than a firecracker. Because it's doing maximum output. I was testing it on AM and totally forgot about that. But anyway, it's working pretty now. So I'm going to start putting it back together for the last time, hopefully. Oh, there's the new one. Got to put heat shrink around it so it can't touch anything, and then I'll use the 3M double-sided tape, the tape that I showed you guys for that, you know, car manufacturers use to attach emblems onto vehicles with. And you know, those damn things, they don't come off. And it was a real pain to get it off on this one, but I know I learned a trick that if you grab it by the end and stretch it, then it turns loose. You guys have all seen the commercials where they got them on the wall and they grab them by the end and pull it and it comes loose. Same kind of thing with this emblem tape. Alright, more to come. Got it all put back together again. Just thought I'd check it out and make sure that everything was working fine. Let's see, right now it's off. Hello audio, audio, hello, hello audio. Audio 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now I'm going to turn it on. Hello audio, audio 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Audio testing. Hello test, test 1, 2, 1, 2 test. Audio test, test 1, 2, 1, 2 test. That's with it off. I'm flipping this switch right there. That's back on. Audio test, test audio. Audio 1, 2, 1, 2 audio. Audio, hello, hello audio. Audio test 1, 2 test. Okay, you shouldn't have that squealing problem because The reason I got the squealing problem is because I'm too close to that radio. So, but I needed to be able to hear it. So I didn't have much of a choice. Anyway. Yeah, I think I'm finished. Wow. This has been one hell of a build. Man, I don't think I've done this much to one of these in a long time. The only thing we didn't add was the LC6404 for the scan and stuff, but you don't need that, do you? Well, it would require us to mount an external box and everything. You'll just have to manually change stuff. Alright. Now, I'm going to put it back together, and I'm going to start the 24-hour burn-in test again. And if it passes the 24-hour burn-in test this time, we're going to call it done. But that's why I do the 24-hour test, is to see if anything fails during that test, which I've never seen that before, because the echo was working before the test, and then after the test the echo wasn't working. Weird problem. And then also with the SP1A quit working. And no, they were not, because I bypassed this. Well, you saw I'd taken it out completely, and the echo still wouldn't work. So anyway, I'm gonna put it back together, put it all together, and then come back and do well, I'll wait until after the 24-hour test, and then I'll come back and do a final video. Okay? Alright, more to come. Bruce, it's finished, buddy. There it is right there. That white meter looks really good. Okay. Let's see. I don't know if I showed you the power. Right now I've got it set for 13.8 on lower sideband. Got a 1,000-watt slug in average and a 1,000-watt slug in peak. I'm on the ×2 scale on peak. So 40 is 800. The little mark in between 40 and 60 is 1,000. Where the 60 mark is, that's 1,200. Okay. Audio. Now, that's with the SR or SP1A turned off. With SP1A turned on, audio, hello, hello, audio 1, 2. See how it keeps your average power up there? We're doing about 850 watts RMS. Audio, hello, hello, audio 1, 2. Or maybe even 875. Alright, you can hear those fans starting up. Let's go to AM. The power's all the way up, okay. Actually, it wasn't all the way up. Hello, audio 1, 2, 1, 2, audio. Alright. Big fan just kicked on. It gets warm quick when you run it at full power like that. Now I'm going to turn it up to 14.9, so up 1 volt from where it's at now, about. Okay. Yep, that's 15. 14.8, 14.9. Okay, I don't know if you can see that or not. And remember, I'm on the ×2 scale. We'll go back to sideband. Hello, audio. Hello, hello, audio. This damn thing's a monster. I'm going to turn the amp off now and just show you what the radio's doing. I'll go back down to ×1 on this one. So we're reading on the bottom scale. The bottom scale is 1,000. Hello audio, audio 1 2 1 2 audio, audio hello, hello audio. That's why we're able to get as much as we are. You see, that's the 100 mark right there. We're doing about 100 and what is that, 120. Audio hello, hello audio. That's with a Z05 and two Z06 finals and a tune-up, of course. Got my famous tune-up in it. And of course the modifications I did to the amplifier, and thank you Mr. BBI for the things that you have shown us. Hello audio, audio 1 2. Amp back on. I should have put it back in ×2. Hello audio. Now, like I said, you can't operate it like that very long. I would suggest you keep the RF power turned down to about halfway, unless you're operating on sideband. Now, if you're operating on sideband, then you can run it up. But you know, you can tell whether or not the radio is getting hot. Hello audio, audio 1 2 1 2 audio. That's with the RF power set at 12 o'clock. Okay. I'm going to turn it back up, all the way back up. I just want to see it. Audio, hello, audio. That's on AM. Back to sideband. Audio. Damn. I'm proud of this one, boy. I'll tell you what. You're going to love that CB City filter that's in there. And also the your rate of filter that I added on AM. But this is one hell of a radio, buddy, and everything works. Echo works. You know, all that stuff works now. Okay, after the 24-hour burn-in. And that little fan is moving some air. I've got it set to where it comes on. When the two internal fans, the two high-speed fans that we put in there, when they reach their maximum speed, then that guy there will come on. Okay? And he actually stays on until the radio cools way down and the internal fans slow way down. Alright? But you got to have that. Like I said, it gets hot real fast. Especially when you do running it wide open like that. Okay? Now, I still got to build your coax cables, and I still got to build your meter for you, but I still got to build your power cables and stuff. Still got all that to do, but the radio's finished. Alright? And I will build your meter just as soon as I can. I've got some more orders that I've got to get out first, but you understand that. So I sure hope you and Crystal enjoy this new radio. Bruce, it was my pleasure to build it for you. 7-3, everybody.